Hi again, elementary friends. Today's story is about a big transformation in a man named Saul. The high priest sent Saul to Damascus to capture more followers of Jesus and to punish them. So Saul went to Damascus, and on that afternoon, on the road to the city, suddenly there was a great light, and he fell to the ground. He could not see anything. In his darkness, a voice came to him and said, "Saul, Saul, why are you trying to hurt me? Why are you persecuting me?" All Saul could say was, "Who are you, Lord?" The voice answered, "I am Jesus, the one you are persecuting. Get up, go into the city. You'll be told what to do." Saul tried to get up. He looked for the path, but he was blind. Paul was led into the city and left at a house. For 3 days he went without food and water, no food or water. And then in the chaos of his blindness and the darkness of his blindness, he heard another voice. "Hello, Brother Saul. I am Ananias, and I was sent by Jesus to lay hands on you and bless you." And when Ananias touched Paul, something like scales fell from his eyes and he could see. And then Ananias baptized Saul. And Saul was changed forever. He could feel the power of the Holy Spirit growing inside him. And then he and Ananias ate together. Saul went into the desert, and he was confused, and he needed to understand what God told him to do. He had come to Damascus to catch followers of Jesus. And now he was one of them? What did that mean? Saul prayed. He watched the empty desert, and he listened to its silence. And he came so close to God, and God came so close to him that he knew what God wanted him to do. He was to travel to the ends of the earth and tell all people about what happened to him and how he had changed. His work was to try to say how his hate had turned to love and to begin churches where people could show that this could be done. He was able to write letters to help new churches do this. Saul began his work. He sailed across the sea and he walked across the land. And Saul even changed his name to his Roman name, Paul. Paul's work was to start churches, but he also wrote letters to young churches to help them with their problems or their questions. He wrote to the Philippians and to the Ephesians. He wrote to the Thessalonians and the Corinthians, and he even wrote to the Romans. Paul's work was to tell his story, to write letters. He became a story himself, and his letters are still being read to churches around the world. They're in our Bibles. Isn't that amazing? I wonder what work you think God has for you to do. I wonder what purpose you think God has for you to do. I wonder what you think about how Saul went from hate to love and how that transformation happened. Do you think the world around you needs that kind of transformation? How will you be part of changing hate to love in this world? I know you can do it, and I'm so thankful you're part of that work that God has begun. Boys and girls, you are loved, and I thank God for you. See you next time. Bye.